Imagine you are an Iranian naval commander sitting in a humid, dimly lit command center overlooking the Strait of Hormuz. You've just spent weeks in a grueling conflict with the United States, and while a tenuous ceasefire is technically in place as of May 2026, you think you have the ultimate ace up your sleeve. You look at your radar screens and smile beneath the turquoise waves of the world's most critical maritime choke point. You have laid a lethal carpet of naval mines, thousands of them. You believe you've turned the strait into a graveyard of jagged metal and high explosives that will keep the great Satan at bay for years. You're convinced that if the Americans want to clear these, they'll have to send in those big, slow, lumbering minesweepers, sitting ducks that your shore batteries can pick off at your leisure. You think you've paralyzed the global economy. You think you've won. But then, you notice something strange on your monitors. There are no large ships. There is no massive flotilla. Instead, the water is alive with something you can't quite track. Tiny, silent, and incredibly fast shadows are darting through your minefields with the surgical precision of a shark in a feeding frenzy. Within days, not months, not years, but days, your impenetrable barrier is being dismantled. You realize, with a sinking feeling in your chest, that you didn't just bring a knife to a gunfight. You brought a rusty spoon to a laser fight. You just made a massive mistake, and the US Navy is about to show you exactly why. The Iranian leadership thought they could play chess with the US Navy, but they forgot one thing. The Americans aren't just playing the game anymore. They've built an AI that already knows every move you're going to make before you even think of it. This isn't your grandfather's minesweeping. This is Project Ammo, and it is the most disrespectful display of technological dominance the Persian Gulf has ever seen. While the IRGC was busy patting themselves on the back for their brilliant mining strategy, the US Navy was busy signing a $99.7 million death warrant for Iranian naval relevance. They didn't buy more ships, they bought a brain, a massive, silicon-based, hyper-intelligent brain from a San Francisco-based powerhouse called Domino Data Lab. This $99.7 million contract isn't just a line item in a budget. It's a total revolution in how wars are won under the sea. Let's talk about the hardware for a second, because the contrast here is almost hilarious. On one side, you have the Iranian naval mines. Now, the Iranians love to brag about their indigenous technology, but let's be real. Most of their mines are essentially floating garbage cans packed with Soviet-era explosives and sensors that have the IQ of a lukewarm bowl of soup. They rely on old-school magnetic or acoustic triggers that haven't changed much since the 1970s. It's the military equivalent of trying to stop a Tesla with a pile of rocks. On the other side, you have the US Navy's new AI backbone. We're talking about an enterprise AI platform that integrates data from side-scan sonar, visual imaging systems, and synthetic aperture sonar, or SAS. This isn't just a camera, it's a system that can see through the murky, silt-heavy waters of the Strait and identify the exact make, model, and serial number of a mine sitting in the mud. And the cost? This single contract with Domino Data Lab is worth nearly $100 million. For that price, you could buy a fleet of luxury yachts. Or, if you're the US Navy, you buy the ability to make the enemy's entire naval strategy obsolete overnight. The old way of doing things was slow, dangerous, and frankly, a bit embarrassing for a superpower. Historically, if the Navy found a new type of mine, it would take 6 months to a year to update their systems, train the sailors, and figure out a countermeasure. 6 months! In a war zone, 6 months is an eternity. It's like trying to download a 4K movie on a 1990s dial-up connection while someone is shooting at your router. But with Domino's speed of relevance's technology, that 6-month window has been smashed into pieces. We're now talking about a turnaround time of less than a week, 7 days. If the Iranians drop a brand new, never-before-seen supermine on Monday by Friday, every single American underwater drone in the region has been updated with the How to Kill It software update. It's the ultimate software patch, and it's being delivered at the speed of light via AWS GovCloud. The Iranians are still using paper maps and manual triggers, while the US Navy is running the entire war from a secure cloud infrastructure that would make Silicon Valley blush. This is where the flex really starts, under the direct orders of President Donald Trump, who has made it clear that the Strait of Hormuz will stay open no matter what. The Navy has deployed a decentralized fleet of autonomous underwater vehicles and unmanned underwater vehicles. These UUVs are like the silent assassins of the deep. They don't need to sleep, they don't get tired, and they don't care if they get blown up. Though, thanks to the AI, they rarely do. While the Iranian coastal guards are watching the horizon for a big American target to hit, these drones are already underneath them, mapped out their entire defense network, and neutralized their mines. The AI platform from Domino Data Lab acts as the AI backbone, taking in massive amounts of high-resolution data and retraining detection models in real time. It's a feedback loop of pure dominance. As Commander Eli Ford, the man on the front lines of this digital frontier, pointed out, the software has to be updated immediately to maintain accuracy. And that's exactly what's happening. Every time an American drone encounters a new underwater obstacle, it learns. That data is fed back into the Domino platform. The model is retrained, and within hours, every other drone in the fleet is now an expert on that specific threat. It's like a hive mind that gets smarter every second you try to fight it. Imagine the frustration of the Iranian commanders. They think they've been clever. They think they've hidden their mines perfectly in the rugged underwater terrain of the Strait. But to the American AI, those mines are glowing like neon signs in a dark room. The synthetic Aperture sonar provides images so clear they look like photographs, and the AI filters out the knives, the rocks, the shipwrecks, the sea life, leaving only the targets. It's like trying to hide a needle in a haystack, only for the Americans to show up with a giant magnet and a thermal imaging camera. The sheer disrespect of it all is staggering. The US Navy isn't even risking sailors' lives anymore. Traditional minesweeping meant putting men and women in harm's way, crawling through a minefield at 5 knots, praying that a magnetic sensor didn't pick up the hull. Now, the sailors are sitting in air-conditioned rooms, drinking coffee and watching the AI do the work. It's become a job for algorithms, not luck. Thomas Robinson, the COO of Domino Data Lab, put it perfectly when he said that mine hunting is becoming a job for AI. And when the US Navy decides to weaponize that AI, the results are devastating for anyone standing in their way. The geopolitical impact of this is massive. President Trump knows that if the oil stops flowing, the global economy collapses. By investing in Project Ammo, the US has effectively told Iran that their primary weapon of economic blackmail is now a toy. The speed of relevance isn't just a catchphrase, it's a doctrine. It means that the US can adapt to any theater, anywhere on Earth, in a matter of days. If the Navy needs to pivot from detecting Iranian mines in the warm waters of the Gulf to finding Russian mines in the freezing Baltic Sea, they just retune the AI. What used to take a year now takes a weekend. It's the ultimate flex, telling your enemy that their entire R&D department is slower than a single American software update. As the drones finish their work and the Strait of Hormuz is declared clear, the Iranian commanders are left standing on the shore, staring at an empty sea. Their mines are gone, their leverage is destroyed, and their invincible strategy has been humiliated by a piece of software from San Francisco. They have to go back to their superiors and explain how $100 million worth of American code just dismantled billions of dollars in Iranian defense investments. It's not just a defeat, it's an embarrassment. This is the new reality of maritime warfare. It's not about who has the biggest gun anymore. It's about who has the fastest brain. And as long as the US Navy is partnered with companies like Domino Data Lab, that brain is always going to be American. The Strait of Hormuz remains open, the oil continues to flow, and the Iranian Navy is once again reminded that you do not mess with the United States. This is why American military technology is, and will always be, the gold standard. We don't just meet the threat. We outthink it, outbuild it, and outcode it before the enemy even realizes the battle has started. So, what would you do if you were an Iranian commander watching your impenetrable minefield vanish in a matter of days? Would you try to build a better mine? Or would you finally realize that fighting the US Navy is a losing game? Let us know in the comments below. This is the power of Project Ammo. This is the power of the US Navy. Make sure to like this video if you believe in American technological supremacy and subscribe to Military Doctrine for more deep dives into the tech that keeps the world's oceans free. Until next time, stay vigilant.